Now we're going to be doing some chimps over here on the quarry. So we're going to head there with Sai as our hero to showcase another hero that's really good on this type of map. And to get things started, we're going to place down a sniper monkey who is going to go just above this little crack area here. Right there, set that to strong. And then we're going to set down a dart monkey over here. See this little sharp point right here? We're going to go directly up right above from that. And press play. And we're saving up for the quick shots. And then we're going to get the long range darts so that we don't have such a tiny range on this dart monkey. At times, dart monkeys feel like they're the best and the worst thing in balloons. We're also going to get the enhanced eyesight. And then we're going to get the very quick shots. Now we're attacking real fast, aren't we? Some balloons are sneaking down to this bottom layer, but that's okay. The sniper monkey is going to take care of them. And all the while we're saving up for our triple shot, which is a ton of value for us. And once we have that, we can save up for Sai, who we're going to be pretty invested in. And that's the reason why we have this dart monkey in this spot instead of the spot over here, is we don't want the dart monkey really interfering with what we're trying to do with Sai over here. Trying to make this build as clean as possible. But Sai is going to go down here in just this little right-hand corner. As Sai isn't too particular on the placement, which is lucky because some maps really don't give you a lot of options like this one. But we do want Sai to be getting the buff from our monkey village and some alchemists, so we do want Sai to be in the primary build area over here. Make sure we're ready to place down Sai. We can even slow things down if we wanted to. Right there looks good. Now this is looking pretty good for us, right? We just need a little bit more popping power in the general area over here. And I think one of the best ways to get that is to place down a boomerang monkey right here on this little sharp point right there. Because we can also upgrade this to a utility tower later. So there we go. We're going to be getting the long range rings and the red hot rings and set this to strong. Then we can come back up here and get the full metal jacket. And we're going to come down here again and get the faster throwing and the faster rings. But we're not going to be getting the bionic boomerang. We're going to go with the Kylie boomerang here. And once we have the Kylie boomerang, we can come back over here and get the monkey village going. Monkey village is quite good here, and it lets us know where we can place our other towers in case we have something that doesn't go as planned. We can always adapt a little bit. I'm a big fan of putting down the monkey village as early as you can, if you can get away with it. So we can see this little weird area over here. We're going to go onto that and then go up and see we're just barely out of range of Sai, barely out of range of that boomerang monkey. Right in the middle there, down again. Here we go, bigger radius. And we've confirmed where stuff is going to be, so we're going to place down the alchemist over here. We're going to go over here till we touch the monkey village. Right here. And then we can go to the right. So we see we're kind of in this little corner here. And place down the alchemist, which we're going to set to strong. And then we're going to upgrade it to the acidic mixture dip and eventually get the berserker brew. There we go. Now Sai is getting the berserker brew buff. We're also going to get the stronger acid and the perishing potions to make that buff last just a little bit longer. And now to keep spending our money, we're going to place down a monkey ace up here. It's going to go all the way up. And then to the left. Right there. We're going to upgrade this to the fighter plane. We also have Sai to pop the camo balloons, which is a great benefit to having Sai, is global camo balloon popping. Not too bad, right? We have the fighter plane. We're also going to get the sharper darts. And we're done with that for now. We're going to come back over here and save up for the jungle drums. Sai doing a really good job once we popped that Moab there, as we saw. Very powerful. We're also going to be getting the grow blocker and the radar scanner for the other stuff in this area. And once we have that, we can start building some bomb shooters, which I know everyone's really excited about. So we're going to get the primary training and the primary mentoring. There we go. Bomb shooter goes down here, to the right, down, to the right. Right there. This is going to be our recursive cluster. So we're going to upgrade that. We can get the bigger bombs for free right now. We do have to save up for just a little bit to get that recursive cluster. Still pretty early on in the run. And we're also going to get the heavy bombs. Now we have a pretty good tower going here. We can also come back over here and save up for the Operation Dartstorm. Give us extra Moab popping power. Because we have Sai, we need to lean a little bit more into Moab popping power, because Sai doesn't do that, but Sai does other things really well for us. And ramping up really quickly. Another Moab there. We can come back over here and get the stronger stimulant. At which point we can come over and get one glue gunner just to make sure we're extra safe here. Just place it right in the area of the alchemist. Right there is good. We're going to get the bigger globs and then the Moab glue. Setting this to strong, of course. And now we're going to come back over here and save up for the primary expertise, which is 27,000. And 27,000 is quite the deal for a tower on this map, because we can see the primary difficulty on this map is not being able to see up here, which the primary expertise tower deals with no problem. We just see all the way up there, which is why we're also running Psi. So I can see everything up here as well as we see the psychic attacks doing damage to the mobs. It's a little hard to say that with a straight face. But we're cruising right along here. I definitely think Psi is one of the more interesting heroes in the game. Which is why the hero was recently nerfed pretty hard, I understand. The reason being that Psi was just too good in some of the more advanced late game setups. Which I could definitely see that. And Psi has some really good abilities too, which we won't even need for this build, but on a harder map, probably need some abilities, right? Round 63. A little bit scary. We did see some balloons down here, right? But overall, we've seen scarier on round 63, haven't we? And now we're within 5k of the primary expertise tower. And once we get that, we're going to be going really fast through this level, which is another nice benefit of building that tower here. Just a little bit more. There we go, as soon as we have the money. And we can see this is popping quite a bit for us pretty quickly. Fast contributor there. Gonna go ahead and place down another alchemist. Can be anywhere over here is fine. We're not gonna be building too many other towers here in this build. So this looks like a good spot. There we go. Upgrading this to the stronger stimulant. Also setting this to strong. And then we're going to get the stronger acid and the perishing potions so that we can come over here and save up for the Sky Shredder. And at that point, balloons are going to wish they had never come. $43,000. Lots of money there, huh? Still one of the most OP towers in the game, in my opinion. It's just really, really good at dealing with mobs anywhere on the map. Nowhere to hide from the Sky Shredder. While we're waiting, though, we can do some pop checks. So we have the boomerang monkey over here with no mob press. Popped almost 12,000. That's not too bad for not having the Moab press. We have the Psi over here with 68,000. This has popped 48,000 already, which is pretty good pace. The glue gunner has popped nothing. And then we have the Monkey Ace, which has popped a good 64,000. So even before we get the arguably really strong upgrade, we've still popped quite a bit of balloons. And this monkey up here, for just having Full Metal Jacket, has popped 7.5k. Which is probably the most value to pop of anything here, right? That's so many for almost no money. But I guess what makes this tower so good at getting value for us is that Full Metal Jacket enables it to pop pretty much anything it can see, right? I don't think there's anything that a Sniper Monkey can't pop that it can see if it has the Full Metal Jacket. And I really like this combo of the Primary Expertise Tower and the Operation Dartstorm, because this deals with the Moabs, and this does a really good job of cleaning up and contributing damage all the time. We also see the Glue Gunner doing a fair bit of work there, keeping everything within range to take damage from this. And Sai looks really crazy here, just popping like so many ceramics at the same time. And this build was a little bit more complicated, but you can see why we did it. It's very strong, and if we just plop down Quincy, this build wouldn't be nearly as strong as it is. And we are getting close to the Sky Shredder, at which point I think we win the game. Do pretty much whatever we want at that point. Just a little bit more. There we go, Sky Shredder. I'd say that's a moderate difference in the speed at which we're popping stuff. Might need a second opinion though. We can go ahead and upgrade this to Moab Press. Admittedly, I thought we did that earlier. And now we just need some safety, right? We can come down here and place down a Spike Factory. Right there looks good. Looks like we're constantly within range. We haven't lost the buff just yet. We can even go up a little bit more. That way we don't place it down and mess everything up. We're going to upgrade the bottom path here. And then we're going to get the faster production and even faster production. We don't really need the perma spike, we just want this for a little bit of extra safety. So we can come over here and place down a heli pilot to help us out with some of the later rounds. We're going to upgrade this to Pursuit and get the Moab Shove. Then we can come over here and place down another Monkey Village. Right there looks good. Get the jungle drum on that. We can also get the radar scanner, as this doesn't have camo detection, and we're going to build a little bit more over here as well. So we are going to go ahead and get down another Monkey Ace, which we can put to the left of this. Upgrade this to the fighter plane. Get some sharper darts. Grab the Operation Dartstorm. And then we can also put down another bomb shooter over here. As we see, we're doing really good on popping everything that isn't a Moab, so why not get another recursive cluster? See here, we're still within range of that pretty well. Grabbing the bigger bombs and the heavy bombs, recursive cluster. And no worries to be had at this point in the build. We can come back over here and build down another monkey ace. Right there. Fighter plane, sharper darts, Operation Dart Storm. We can go ahead and place down some more upgrades on this sniper monkey, as it's done a good job for us, I think. A little bit of respect here. Saving up for the deadly precision. And we can go ahead and get the main Moab, even though it was recently nerfed. Which I was a little surprised to see the main Moab nerf. I don't think it was that good of a tower, but there are people who disagree with me. On the Ninja Kiwi dev team, of course. Around 99, no problem. We can also place down a Alchemist right here to buff this main Moab tower. We see we have plenty of Moab damage. That BAD's popped pretty quickly. And then the ZOMG's not going anywhere. Gotta wait for a Psy to finish off those BFBs. And there you have it. The Quarry CHIMPS. And our Monkey Ace was the 501 Sky Shredder. Not terribly surprising there, as we knew going into the build that this was going to be the carry, and just overall a really, really strong tower to incorporate in pretty much any chimps or unpoppable build.